Hey guys, Hails to Ram here. I'm back with the Ceilia Isles campaign. I know, it seems like we skipped a few games, because we did. Because, let's just say I thought it was Wednesday, not Thursday, and I might have missed a day in recording when I had planned to do Gnome Homes instead of whatever the other game is called, my Pathfinder game, because two people are going to be missing for Pathfinder, and I didn't want to kill the party. Anyways, so yeah, we're doing Celian Isles now. So I think this is the Celian Isles after the last Celian Isles, so it's been a week. I'm here today with Chicken Bladesmith,
Yellow.
Gesh, Rail, Jazargo, and ...
It's just my rest characters, but hey.
Mm-hmm. Shadowy, Parasite,
Oh wow.
and Zeus.
Alright.
We do not have Insomniac because he's not old enough for my games, I figured out, and I asked him to leave kindly and asked him what he would have happening with the vampire guy. And he said some stuff happens and I will stick to that. Anyways, so yeah, this is the people we're playing with today. Hopefully none of them have to leave early because the party will die otherwise.
Oh shit.
You're lucky, Gesh. It's been a minute and a half. Anyways, yeah. Anything you guys want to say before we actually begin?
Nope.
Wee waboo.
Huh, interesting. Anything else?
No.
No.
Okay. So, a quick overview of last session then. The party, few people missing, had woken up from their long rests and began to convene once again in the middle of town after making their way there to get on with this journey towards the mines. After a little bit of shindigging and being like, what the fuck, where's the person who said, let's go to the mines, the party decided to look for the individual who gave them the job. After about 2 hours in game, they eventually found the smith of the village. After speaking with the smith, he said, I can't go with you because you guys aren't the ones who got hired by it and you don't have enough people. The party then said, alright, screw you, Mr. Mine Man, we're gonna go do what we want, and left to go towards the mines. They then had 2 out of the 3 opportunities of wild encounters rolled, and one of them happened to happen, so I rolled a D100 based on previous events and the party being very weakened at the moment. And yeah, they went up against a vampire spawn. During the fight, they figured out, oh shit, this was probably sent by the vampire we saw last night. And then one of the party members died. The other one, Gesh, decided to run off like a little bitch, little pussy. Mr. Day was killed by the bite attack of the vampire spawn, and Mr. Svaric disappeared into the misty early morning. Gesh, who we had begun to follow, made his way towards the large, I don't want to say valley, but it's kind of like one. It's a small, like 30 to 50 foot drop, and then there, after the long grass, and then there is this just dip in the ground that seems to be mud and dirt, covered in this mist as well. Traversing through this small area, Gesh found a large praying mantis feeding upon the body of a recently deceased dwarf, or maybe not recently deceased, doesn't know. He never even looked at the body afterwards.
Oh, I should have.
Yeah, you didn't, though. But after getting a surprise attack on this creature, he began battle, and as the creature began to attack him, another elf made their presence known as the two of them took on the mantis and barely defeated it, receiving heavy injuries in the process. After killing the beast, out came another dwarf from the inside, I believe his name was Todd, of the mantis, who was being decomposed, but managed, not decomposed, but, swallowed and digested, but managed to be restored by the two individuals. The dwarf then said, hey, let's go talk to my boss. He can give you more details, and you could probably get some money from him. And the two followed him, picking up a magic item on the way. They eventually got to the small forward operation base outside of the mine entrance, where they had seen a little bit of damage outside the entrance and a few dead mantis bodies. The party then entered into the small base camp and spoke with a man named Reginald, one of the previous mayors of Shardward, who had given them, who had thanked them for helping Todd, and took the magic item from them because it's a family ring, and then told them, hey, we'll pay you if you can clear out whatever's in the mine or find our missing people. Because the mine, after the earthquakes, apparently had trapped some people inside and had become a very dangerous place to explore. So they had sent you some spies in recently, and those spies had disappeared. They want you to figure out what happened to them and report back whatever you can. And if you find anything along the way, kill it. They had also mentioned to you two that there may possibly be moving metal or something. They don't know what the fuck the miners saw when they started running out, because they may have just had head injuries. They then supplied you with a few mana potions and health potions and told you, hey, rest up as much as you need before going into the mines. Your two members then decided, let's take an hour-long rest and then go into the mines. And that's where we left off at the end of the session, with you two approaching the large mine gates. I miss anything?
No.
Zeus?
Yeah.
Did I miss anything with that description?
Nope.
Oh, I did miss one thing. Arya said, hey, I'm taking Ragnos to do some political bullshit. Fuck off for right now.
Right.
Yeah, and the party decided not to fuck off.
Oh.
Yeah, I
So that's
specifically
what
had
happened.
your character write them a note saying, hey, I'm going with Arya to meet with this strange noble that Neral wanted some bodyguards to meet with. I'll meet up with you at the mine entrance, but I would recommend staying here until I'm ready. The party decided to fucking go to the mines still, after being told it's dangerous with your party at full capacity. Oh, trust me, the party pissed me off last session too, so...
Robin, you were pissed off that we weren't going to the mines.
I was pissed off you weren't making a decision. Anyways, now with that out of the way, let's go ahead and play some music. Alright. So, as midday peaks upon the fogged wall, we see small bits of flashes of light, almost like lightning in a foggy storm. We pull out from this view as the misty sprays of seawater push over us. Though midday, very little sunlight pushes through as we look up to the overcast weather, pulling our vision up from the sea to the skies, where clouds roar and distant thunder can be heard. Strikes of lightning bound to the eastern edge of this large island we see in the distance, just a few miles from us, from the fog wall. As we look and begin to approach this island, we could see heavy winds bustling through the tree leaves, knocking some branches down. We could see some creatures moving through the edges of the forest. We could hear the sounds of roaring thunder and howls. We can feel the humid air, rifled with, I don't even know if rifled's the right word, but filled with chills. Sorry, the cold air filled with humid water vapor. I don't know how I was gonna fucking make that whole sentence, but anyways, as we continue through, the main palette of today is blues, greens, and grays. As we begin to thrust eastwards, we pass by the small village of Shardboard, now covered in the tree canopy of the Dryad's protection. Heading eastwards more, we begin to go over the verdant fields of high grass, passing by a small blotch of red in the grass, and continuing through, maybe an hour and a half journey from the village itself. Maybe an hour, if running, before we begin to drop off into this large divot in the ground. 50 feet. We pass through this large, misty expanse before we come to a small tent village, a forwards operation base, if you will, almost like a circus. We see a few dwarves and fewer elves walking around, doing some patrols. They've set up this small area, this surrounding wall of sorts of just large rocks that have been placed against each other. There's many ways small creatures can push through the bottoms or climb over the tops of rocks, and a strong creature could push these rocks out of the way, but this doesn't seem to be a permanent fixture here. As we push through this small village, we see two individuals beginning to approach this backdropped large half circle, almost horse hoof kind of shape that juts out of the ground of rock and stone that seems to have these supports of old rotting wood and cut stone, where we see a set of large twin doors about maybe 20 feet high and about 15 feet wide each. Red stained wood, rotting, old. We could see upon one of these doors is a smaller door on the right side, and coming out of that smaller door, it doesn't move right and left like you would assume. The hinges seem to be nowhere in sight, and you could see small rail tracks for a minecart coming out of it. We see rocks placed near the front of the door, and the door seems to have been buckled out a little bit. Not fully bursted off its own hinges, but seemingly as if something had hit parts of the wood and there's bulges in parts of the wood. Blood stains the immediate entrance, the ground to this area. Dried blood, probably pretty old at this point. The smell of crimson iron barely tinges your nose anymore. As you two approach, we see both Rael and Zeus. What is your character's name?
Velos.
Velos. You and Rael have finished your short rests and have begun to approach the mine's entrance. If you would like any roleplay as you're approaching, feel free.
You know this?
Hmm?
You nervous?
Yes. I'm not excited to go into dark mines for several hours, but I am excited for the pay afterward.
Good point. Someone like me who dwells in the forest, going underground, it's not very nice,
Ah,
very comfortable.
you're insane.
I lived through it.
As you begin to approach the doors, you see a few dwarves, about 3 of them, and 2 of the elves. These dwarves, mind you, unlike the small bits of leather that were worn by most of the other guards of the city, these ones seem to have a fixed carved stone plates that seem to interlock with each other on their pieces of armor, and have made this sort of half-plate armor out of stone. It doesn't look like it'll hold up, and it's not sturdy enough, but it might protect against one shot or two. You see the elves that are standing there as well seem to be very nervously looking around their ears, which flop to the side, because that's how elves' ears work in my games. There are ears that pop to the side, or ears that go into the knife ear stereotype that go straight up backwards. These ones, most of them have floppy ears. Their ears are almost like not flopping, but like stern, standing to the side instead, and they seem to be looking around, their ears twitching every so often. They seem to be on high alert near the mine's entrance. Three dwarves, sorry, my mistake. 5 dwarves in heavy stone plate armor, and 3 elves. 2 of the elves hold these large glaive-like polearms, while one of them holds a bow. Crossbow, sorry. And as you begin to approach, they look at you. One of the elves, the one holding the crossbow, goes, "Did Reginald send you?"
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll open the gate for you, but we won't open it again until you come back. And no promises we can open it. This thing is finicky every so often. It's hard to open. It seemed to have rusted since we last closed it. So it may take a while for us to open it. So if you're being chased by something, it's not going to be the fastest way out.
Okay.
At this point, you've now approached him within 10 feet, and he starts stopping his yelling. He goes, "Alright, now that we got that out of the way, are you sure you have everything you need to go down there? I heard it's pretty dangerous from the scouts that were here before."
I slapped on all my pockets. It's just like,
Okay.
most likely.
Alright, now...
I am looking through my bag and say, "Oh wait, I need to do something." As Rael makes like a little pot with blue earth and puts the spike blue leaf plant in it.
What are you doing?
The spiked blue leaf plant.
And what are you doing with it?
I just put it in so it doesn't get sliced up in the fucking mine.
Yeah, sure, that's fine. So as you find like a small tin can you might have off to the side, you put it in there and put it into your backpack a bit more. He goes, "Alright, sure, herbalist. I don't know what the fuck that was.
No, I would have put the pot outside the mine.
Oh, you're leaving it out there.
Yes, so it doesn't get destroyed in
Do
case
you
my
want me
back.
to make sure that's you want me to just hold that for you until you get back or something?
Yes, please.
Alright, I'll do that for you, don't
Uh,
worry. And he just
Thanks.
takes it and like puts it on his belt.
Hey, it's something. That's a pretty
Alright.
good healing plant.
Well, now that is out of the way, you sure you just want to go down with the 2 of you? I know a light party makes for quick travel, but... And he looks over directly at Zeus, and then he looks over at you, Gesh. You don't seem like the stealthiest people out there.
Well,
Actually, where are the other 2? As I try to look around, try if I can see them.
You don't
Other
even
2?
know. Yeah, you don't. Gesh, you're not sure if the other 2 will be making it, but it would be about this time of day that they should be here. If
Well,
they're-
there should be 2 others coming very soon.
Reginald never mentioned other 2 people. I mean, if they're coming, they better come here quick. And he starts to motion towards the dwarves, and you see them starting to approach the gate, while the 2 elves with the pole arms are like behind them, 10 feet, holding them out, very nervously, skitishly approaching. Anyways, last minute preparations. Anything else you need from us here? I don't have much here on me. I could, you know what? And he pulls out a small crossbow bolt that's completely made of metal. And he goes, I don't know. Our crossbows aren't really good at using metal shit like this. We usually use bolts made of wood. I was told to specifically hold on to this if anything made it out of the mine. And he hands it to He hands it to the fighter, and he goes,
Ah.
you might find some use of it if you use crossbows.
I
It's a standard bolt, but it's sturdier.
I compare it to the short bow on my back. Maybe.
I will say this: using a bolt with a short bow or a bow of any kind is going to provide a heavy disadvantage. It's not built for it.
I assumed as much.
But if push comes to shove, you could probably use it.
Alright, I'll add iron bolt.
Yeah, the bolt, you get the feeling it is... Actually, looking at this, you can both make me a nature check if you want.
Nature.
I suck ass at that. Yeah.
And I really fucking
Ooh.
good at that.
Nat 1 plus 2, so 3.
Damn, this is a fucking bolt.
Holy shit!
Gesh?
That's a fucking bolt.
What'd you roll,
What'd you
Gesh?
get?
6.
6? You're not really good with metals.
Great. Alright, oh yeah, 20.
Anyways, at this point, as you're getting handed your stuff, Gesh, you're the one with the highest passive here. You start to hear the flapping of wings approaching from above. As
They seem to have arrived.
As falling through the mist, you start to see these two forms coming through. We're gonna switch to a different point of view. Shadowy, the tiefling known as
Ragnos.
Ragnos. Shit went down. Let's just say Mr. What the fuck did I name him? Why did I have to name him so weird? Let's just say Sir Solicaster has given an ultimatum to Neral that states, hand over control of your town to me, or I will decimate your town and kill everyone in it, including you, to Neral. Negotiations were short. And Solicaster has retreated for the next month while he builds his armies in the east. I believe I said he was a noble from Obsidian Town, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So, Solicaster has retreated, but not without... actually, I will say this. I'm going to roll 2 checks here. They're going to be contested. It's going to be Neral, and it's going to be Solicaster. Neral's not good. That is a 4, and I'm going to say probably plus 3, 7. Solicaster. Not good also, but it's 9 plus something. So, I will say, during the negotiations, Solicaster would have called Neral weak and maimed him heavily.
Goddamn!
It ensued in you guys managing to land a good strike on Solicaster, and then he just, like, as he's bleeding heavily as his arm got cut off by, let's say, Arya here, he just looked down at it, looked at you all, and said, that was a good hit, and then he just regrew his arm entirely. He then would have, out of respect for the good hit, given you the ultimatum and said, fuck around and find out, basically, before he would have eloped back to his continent. Well, his city. I don't even know if eloped is the right word to use, but he elongated his stride as he left, I'll say. He disappeared into a bloody cloud of mist.
Also, he knows that spell.
What spell?
Long Strider.
He does. It's not meant for his stride, though. Anyways, as he would have disappeared, he gave the ultimatum, and Neral, though injured, would have told you, it seems the group, to his knowledge, had still went to the mine without the party, or without the blacksmith of the town, who was supposed to go with you guys to help you, who is named, what again? Something Goldstrand, I know that. Ballerin.
It was like,
Ballerin would have reported that your group had been seen leaving town to go to the mines still, even though he recommended they don't. At that point, Neral would have told you, hey, go chase them down to the mines. Try to stop them, but if you feel confident enough, you could take on the mines. And it would be a good help to the town if you could clear it out, especially with the ultimatum that was just received.
Mm-hmm.
So, after that, you guys began to leave. I will ask you this, Shadowy. You have to carry Arya because she can't fly, and it's much faster to fly than to walk through, like, the chest-high grass. Did you attempt to bring Balrond with you? Because at that point, if you do that, it's gonna... I will say you will have some wandering encounters that can happen instead of you just flying past them.
That's the thing. Alright, with Balrond, I don't think I'm thinking carrying him's probably a bad idea.
Yeah, he is a pretty fucking mass-filled... He's a dwarf, so he has a lot of mass to him.
Alright.
Plus, he has a lot of items he's bringing with him.
Yeah, I guess I told Balrond, yeah, sorry, dude, I don't think I can carry ya. I can carry Arya and get there quickly, and I think we should need to stop these guys beforehand.
Hey, it's no worry on my part, friend. But if you do manage to start going into the mine and he hands you your items back, the effects there should last a good while, probably until you take a long rest of sorts. Also, try not to nick the blade if possible. Out of character, your blade now is considered a non-magical +1 weapon until either you critically fail a hit or until you take a long rest.
Alright.
And your armor is perfectly remade. It doesn't have any bonuses to it, it's just remade properly.
Alright.
Its theoretical durability has been reset, I will say.
Alright.
He then looks at you, Arya, and he goes, Arya, before you go, I did receive something from a trader recently that, actually, Arya, I'll have you, because the town does fucking hate you still a little bit, Arya, because of the shit that happened. Arya, I'll have you roll me just a general persuasion check.
Alright. So that is +3 to that for a total of...
The only reason I'm
15.
allowing this check is because you've made quite an impression on the town so far. 15?
Yep.
Lucky you, that was the DC. He goes, one of the traders came by, said you received a gift from somebody else. Sorry. They said you received a gift from somebody on the island. I can't remember I can't remember how to do a Scottish... my friends, Scottish accents is not good for me, so I cannot do one. I apologize. But, you received a gift from someone on the island. A friend of yours, apparently. And he pulls out this small, like, wrapped item. It seems to be wrapped in this, like, brown paper that feels like a paper bag. And it seems to be wrapped around the neck of what seems to be a jar or something in it. He told, there is a, oi, lads, there you go. He told me not to open it. There's a little letter attached to it, and as you look, there's a small tag that seems to be attached. It says, from your friend, use if in danger, do not open otherwise.
Right. So...
Well, I don't know what this is, but it is apparently humming with arcane energy when I spoke to, some individuals. Neral mentioned that.
Thank you for delivering this.
Of course. Anyways, I got to get back to smithing. You two take care. And he pats you on the back as he continues to walk away.
Goblin, I assume I got my shield from that
Oh yeah, you got your shield too.
earlier.
Yeah. Theoretical durability is back to it.
I think he was making one.
Oh yeah, no, he made one. Yeah, I forgot what he did because it's been 2 sessions.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you got your shit back from him, Shadowy. Is there anything else you guys would like to do before you leave to go meet up with the rest of the group?
Well, considering the circumstances, we probably should get a move on to prevent them from getting themselves killed.
Yeah, let's get going.
Alright. So as you hop onto the back of Ragnos, you begin to soar through the sky. Ragnos, I would just like a constitution save from you.
Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o.
With the cold weathers and the rain starting to pitter-patter down, the fog that seems to hit your face as you get a little bit further down, it's pretty bad temperatures and conditions here. Even you're able to make better time flying, but you're still up in the air, and you have less protection than you would on the ground.
Yeah, alright, so against the cold.
Well, it's not
Well,
just
that
against
does-
the cold, it's against the rain, the humidity, the like staticky feel of lightning almost in the area of just being up in the sky. Yeah.
Alright. Alright, so let's see what I get for that. Okay, it's a 15.
15. Alright, so you do make it pretty good time, but you are going to get one wandering monster attempt encounter here. I'm going to roll a d100. 61. Alright. Roll me a d6.
That's a 6.
Okay. So, as you're flying through the sky, Ragnos, your hair starts to stand up on your body, and you look up at Arya, who's holding on to you around your neck, basically flying with you, and as she's staring out at the large fields, you see her hair starts to stand directly upwards. You can see sparks of lightning starting to. As you look up and see a dark cloud, you see lightning. A huge bolt of it just starts to strike down directly at you. I would like you to make me a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage since you are carrying Arya.
Oh god.
Or you could try to
Yeah.
brunt the attack, and both of you would need to make me con saves.
Con saves.
And I believe Arya's wearing half plate, right?
Yep, half
she would
plate
be
at-
and an axe and a long
You're
sword.
both wearing half plate?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would both be at disadvantage with the con saves, just so you're aware.
Oh yeah, I don't think I ever got this, but what does the flowered bow of shielding do?
Flowered bow, it is on D&D Beyond. I don't think, actually no, you can't use it specifically.
Alright.
The Dryad does not like you, and it is a gift from her. So you cannot use it, but it is a magic item that you could possibly use in the future if
Alright.
you amend your
Since
relationship with the Dryad.
to see if I can avoid this, I'm gonna try to dodge out of the way.
Okay, disadvantage on your dexterity save.
Alright, that's only a 12.
12. Alright. As you try to dodge out of the way, Arya's body weight in the half plate that you're both wearing seems to get caught. Two chinks of the armor get caught, and you see her fall the opposite way, and you have to grab onto her, and the weight pulls you back into the way of the lightning as you take full damage from it. Both of you do.
Oh.
Mind you, you're wearing metal armor. So you're both going to take more damage than you should. So usually, because it was a 6 on the dice, you would be taking 1d6. You'd be sorry, it would be 64. I'm stupid. But because you're wearing metal armor, it's going to be 66.
This has a
Alright.
chance to instantly kill me, you know.
Yes. It can do 36 damage at most.
So 10 above my max.
Yes. Alright. So for Arya, 16. And for not Neural, sorry. You know what I mean. Ragnos, 16. Hey!
Alright, so that is...
As the lightning strikes, you're both jettisoned just by the force of the lightning hitting you downwards at an arc. Arya, I need you to roll me an athletics check to hang on to Ragnos as the chinks in the armor split and you start to go careening off of him.
Thick. That's an 11.
Okay.
That was with +5, you know.
Ragnos, you see Arya suddenly, as you look back to see Arya, she's just gone. She is falling 30, 40 feet away from you, unable to reach out to her. Your wings and your body are seizing up from the lightning strike hitting you. Both of you are. So you're not going to take a lot of falling damage if you hit the ground because your bodies are going stiff at the moment. But Ragnos, I need you to make me an acrobatics check. I need both of you to make me acrobatics checks to lessen the fall you take. See if you can get your body moving to roll instead of just the ground, you know?
I'm having terrible luck. That's another 11.
Okay.
Alright, it's a nat 20 for 22.
Okay. I will say, Ragnos, your body goes stiff and you realize, fuck, you managed to move and completely negate the fall damage as your body, see your wings suddenly hit and you, just an inch from the ground, your wings start to float. You start to fly and your, face is directly, maybe millimeters above a rock that it would have hit. Meanwhile, in the distance, you hear... Arya.
Yep.
Your vision is fastly approaching the ground, and you're like, move, you stupid body! What did you roll?
11 with a +3 total to 11. I mean, 11's total.
You hit the ground. Okay. You don't hit the rock that you would have hit 2 inches from your face, but you do suffer. You suffer half of this because your body is stiff, mind you.
Okay.
27 reduced to 13 damage. So that is, in total, 29 damage you've taken.
I'm at -3.
In the distance, you hear the slapping sound of someone against wet mud on the ground, Ragnos, and then you also hear the sound of metal. King, 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 king.
Oh, shit.
You guys
So
have
I'm
been
gonna-
taking full max health for your classes, right?
I have, yeah.
Yeah.
How do you have less than 30 health at a level 3 paladin?
I'm not a paladin.
Or fighter?
Wait, I think I forgot. Hold on.
Fighters get a d10 per level, so that's 30 health you already have, plus whatever your constitution modifier is times 3.
I forgot to add level 3's health. Damn it. So.
Dumbass.
So
Alright,
you should probably have 39 health, right?
Yeah, 39, my bad. So I'm at 10 health now.
So, well, yeah, you're at 10 health as you hit the ground, and you literally black out for just a solid what feels like forever for you. But as you awaken, you realize it's only been a few seconds. I will say, Arya, as you do black out, a vision of you speaking with your mother does come by your face. An old argument you used to have with her about going out, her telling you your position is very delicate and you don't want to cause problems for her, and you storm out like, fuck off, it's my life, fuck you, and then you come back to consciousness.
Exactly how she'd react.
Exactly. I have a good read on the Arya character, okay? Anyways, so as you start to push yourself up, your hands are sinking into the mud as you're trying to push up. It's like an inch into the mud and you're pushing up. Your entire body is coated in it. You can feel your body is just getting rid of that electric charge into the ground. I'm gonna roll for your armor's durability. You look down and you see the half plate is missing a few of the plates. It's not gonna have any detriments to it, but you're gonna need to get it repaired again. It seems to have protected you from hitting multiple rocks where your body would have been rather than your face. So
Yeah.
it's done its job, but it can still be used properly. But if you take a few like big hits, it's gonna be breaking.
Yeah.
Anyways, as you begin to stand up, you look over and you see Ragnos is just recuperating from nearly hitting the ground. You see there's a small little, like, not a lake, but what seems to be a divot in the ground that a bit of the water that's run down from the rainstorm around has run into and started to fill it up a little bit.
I am going to obviously stand up,
Okay.
stretch to make sure all my muscles limber up again before heading on over to Ragnos.
Alright, as we begin to approach Ragnos, you guys, I assume you both approach each other, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so as you
Yeah.
guys begin to approach each other, as you get to about the halfway point, you start to smell iron. And as you look down into the grass, you see what seems to be a familiar face. As you look down, you see a heavily damaged, their throats and neck completely torn open as if it had been bitten into, and their multiple veins ripped out of it. You see the body of your friend Day, completely lifeless, within the grass.
Oh, fuck.
And you see a trail of blood
So-
leading off into the grass towards the direction you just came from. Actually, no, I would say it's heading more towards the forest south.
Another thing to look into.
Well, I guess that was one of the guys we were looking for. Hopefully, well, at least I hope Rao's okay. Actually, when we find that bastard, he's gonna be healing us for dragging us out here.
Either of you
To
have a
save his
passive
ass.
perception of 15 or higher?
I do.
I'm bored.
Aria.
That's wisdom. No,
Okay, what are your passive perceptions?
12.
I got a 14.
Okay. Continue, sorry.
Yeah, when we find that if Rao's still alive, we're gonna. He's gonna have to heal us for saving his ass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we should definitely get a move on.
Yeah.
You look over at Aria and her hair is still like stuck up and like it was floating when you guys were flying, but now it's like stuck up like she used too much gel. But her entire body is just charred at the moment.
That's like, Rhino definitely thinks of.
Stay below
and
the
covered in
chin.
covered in mud, so it's like she put on too much makeup on black colored makeup on the front of her face.
It's as if I'm wearing a ghillie suit.
Yeah.
Okay, so actually looking at Day, does he seem to be looted, or does he seem to have his stuff on him?
Oh, he has all of his stuff on him, though a little bit wet looking at it. If you want to roll an investigation check to see what you can find.
Okay, so I'm gonna just check over it, just
Okay.
give it a little once over.
Zeus. Well, Shadowy, first roll me a investigation check. And
Yep.
Zeus, are you there?
That's a nat 20 for 22.
Yep.
Bro, what the fuck? Zeus, what is on Day's body?
Ah.
If you want
On
to mind, just sending it to both me and Shadowy.
Okay.
Yeah, if there's anything... Actually, if you want to just say it out loud and then send it to us both, too.
Okay.
Yeah, while he's doing that, I'm just trying to figure out what killed Day.
Alright, if you would like to make me a medicine check.
Medicine. +2 for another fucking 11.
You can see multiple bruises across his body, which correlates to not strangling because they're not around the neck specifically, but they seem to be bruisings which restrained him.
He was bludgeoned to death.
No, those seem to be marks of restraining, and then there seems to be large slashes across his body on different parts, as well as the fucking side of his neck is ripped out, as I described.
Mm.
If you would like to pry further in, you need to make an investigation check for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay. Anyways, so Zeus, if you would like to describe what items he may find on your body with a natural 20.
And finally checking for money. Okay, yep.
I will say money was taken from you specifically.
Money was taken. Oh man, that would have been nice for you guys. Well, you find on his body his big ass book of secrets and words and the things he's seen. A
Actually,
dagger.
I will say that book. I'm gonna roll a D100 here, because Savrakis was near your corpse last. Remember?
Oh yeah, he might have taken the book. Gone crazy.
I will say, as you take the book, you look in, and multiple pages have recently been ripped out.
Well, I'd probably look at it from the side because
Yeah.
I know.
As like you pick it up, it like opens a little bit, and you notice tear marks, and you know, Day here doesn't. He keeps, though very weirdly and over like cat scratching, like marking over them, like not very organized. He does not rip out his pages. He keeps his pages neatly in his book.
Yeah, from the little I know of him.
From the look
like...
from the look of it, someone has recently torn pages out of his book, as well as sliced and taken the money out of his coin purse. But continue, Zeus.
There is also a small dagger strapped to his leg. Bottles of ink, quills, his robes he's wearing, and I would have said money at the end of that, but that's about it.
I will say, there are two. I would ask this, Zeus.
Yes.
Where did Day put the two pieces of the paper that were ripped in half in his book? Did he try to hide them in his book? Oh, they're just in his breast pocket?
Yes, you want to keep those very close because you want to keep looking at them.
You do see a half-torn page that has been folded over multiple times, placed in his breast pocket as well. So it's two halves of a page that have been folded over each other multiple times.
As interested in... Ragnos is moderately interested in what this is, but he also knows that, considering where he is, whatever result would result from opening this would likely result in his death. So he's going to keep that until he's in a safer place to investigate properly.
Problem?
Yeah, I rolled a 14 to figure out which wound was his cause of death.
Okay, so Shadow, as you're looking at him, you're starting to notice some strange, inky, looking pockets of veins upon his body, and you're like, was this guy poisoned? You can't tell because you didn't make a medicine check. You were investigating for items, rather, but you just noticed this with your natural 20. Arya, as you're looking at the body, it seems whatever killed him was the wound to his neck. It seems like the other things, yeah, they dealt a lot of damage to him, yeah. The slashes seem to be claw marks that tore through him. They're small claws, fine claws. Though raggedy in a little bit, they seem to be more, I will say, immediately you recognize these as humanoid hands with claws. Because of just looking around, just whatever tracks you can still see that are left, you can make out humanoid. You can see that the claw marks, some of them are deep at lower points and scratch upwards, so you get the feeling this creature wasn't that tall, and it was definitely not quadrupedal, it was bipedal, so you figure it was a humanoid with claws. You notice the marks on the neck. There are two marks on the neck. One of them seems to be like bite marks that tore out, and the other one seems to be the large hole in the neck, which you figure is probably the same thing, but more damaging. And as you start to piece these together, you also notice parts of the body, the veins, seem to be turning black. I would like you to make me a just general religion check here, Aria. And I'll give you advantage.
Religion with advantage. That's only a +2. I hate myself.
What'd you roll?
The better of the two was a 5.
In total?
Yes.
It's not...
I rolled a 3 for a total of 5, then an at 1.
You're kind of frazzled from the lightning strike. You can't really piece together everything. Like, as you're starting to think, your neurons are firing, and then another bit of electrical mental capacity. Your mental capacity is being fried at the moment because of the electricity that's still running through your body.
If you've watched... No, never mind, not gonna say that.
Anyways, so as you're like... It's at the tip of your tongue, but you can't think of it. Out of character, the DC for this is 6! I'm not fucking with you. So, as you're thinking, it's at the tip of your tongue. It's at the tip of your tongue, but you're like having a miniature like seizure because of like all the electrical current that had been running through your body recently. You're like,
Just keep it.
yeah, basically. I will say at this point you feel you both have sufficiently investigated this scene, and there is not much else you can discern from it, aside from if you would like to try and make out tracks.
Alright, so I see these black veins just appearing around him.
Well, they seem to have set in as black. Like, the veins have turned black.
Okay.
The skin is going more muted grayish blue at the moment. You get the feeling he is starting to die. Like, his blood is starting to go cold. So you get the feeling this has been within the last hour or two.
I'd take a quick look around to find any tracks that lead further past the blood trail.
Alright, make me just a general, this would be either, you could choose survival or investigation.
Going survival. Also, it probably is going to be harder because the rain's going to be washing away the tracks.
Yeah, and I would say you guys are giving each other these clues as they come out, right?
Yeah. Okay. Of course, this is the time I get a good one for a total of 21.
21? You see
Yep.
a small trail heading southwards towards the forest. You see humanoid footprints, 2 sets of them. One of them seems to be larger and wider. There seems to be more weight to it. You get the feeling it's a man's footprints. They seem to be more sporadic, and you immediately recognize these as Sabrakis' footprints. You also notice a second set. A female set. Humanoid. Barefoot. Blood pooling on some of the footsteps. As you look at it, the blood is fresh-ish, and you proc it as the individual that killed Savrakis. You do notice a little bit further down, maybe about 30 feet from you before the mist starts to take place, a small twig that exists within the field itself, a small bush. There is a piece of cloth that has been ripped off of what seems to be whatever they were wearing.
And grab that piece of cloth.
You find
Before-
this small piece of beige white cloth. It is soaked in blood.
I also assume you meant Day.
No, the footprints are for Savrakis.
The one who killed Savrakis.
Yeah, no, the one who killed Day, that's what I meant. Thunder rolls once more.
We should get going.
Get the fuck out of here, yeah. Well, I guess one thing we know is something killed Day, and it's fucking out there. We need to save our other friends before, well, friends. I guess acquaintances would be more accurate, but still.
I will say this. You both have spent about a good 5 to 10 minutes identifying the body and everything around it. I'd like both of you to make me will saves, please.
Ah, shit. Wisdom, you mean?
Yes. Jesus Christ.
18.
Okay. You're fine.
All right. Bruh. Come on. All right. That's only a 7.
7. So as you
Yeah.
begin to start to flap your wings and get ready to take off, you suddenly feel this mental fatigue hit you. Day, is there any last words you would like to say to Ragnos?
Oh.
Would there be anything you want to say to him?
What would be the last rummagings of your character's mind? Like, what is going through their mind? Like, what images, what words, what's going through? Is it just complete madness? No, they...
Oh.
Or is it more collected, calm? What is it?
It's definitely his final thoughts are definitely just complete ramblings of madness, realizing that but they're happy because he's realizing I have time now. I can research for as long. I'm dead. I can do whatever I want.
I would now like you to make me a charisma save, Mr. Shadowy, and Zeus. Make me a charisma, this would be a just general persuasion check.
Let's roll.
This is
Alright.
for Day.
It's not very caring.
This is for Day.
Does Day become a passenger in Shadowy's character's mind?
We'll see.
You gotta roll higher than 6.
All right. So
Watch him
This
get
is
that
tested,
one.
so it's in the rolls channel, please, Zeus.
Yeah, I put it in rolls.
Okay, good.
Watch you get
All
an
right.
apple.
That's a 23.
All right, you feel this personality beginning to push into your mind. What do you do, Shadowy?
Okay. So, considering I heard the madness of Day,
Yes.
and I guess I do feel a little bad for Day, but there is one problem. Day's completely fucking insane. So I'm thinking, sorry, buddy, you have to go to the afterlife. I don't know what I'm gonna do with you in my brain.
Let him in.
No.
Let me in.
Please.
Let me in.
Let him in.
If only I didn't roll so high on the wisdom save, I
Justin.
would have been.
Trust the day.
All right. Well, so you say no, Shadowy?
I basically say, sorry, man. I hope you have a good time researching in the afterlife, or well, if you can find someone else, cause yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with you in my brain. I already saw your book.
All right. Give me 1 second, guys. I need to do something.
Oh god, what's going to happen? I keep forgetting I don't have my class rank on. I also forgot if I showed anyone my sword. I'm pretty sure I posted it in general.
I'm wondering what's gonna happen with the paper now.
Did he grab it out of his
I'm
vest
guessing I
pocket?
grabbed that torn paper.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Imagine if his mind is in the torn paper and he's gonna try head.
Yeah, at this point I'm guessing that they might actually try to possess an item or something.
Or he's already in an item and is just trying to get a proper body to keep researching.
Imagine if he would have had a ring of mind shielding.
All right. Day.
Yes.
Roll me a. This would technically be a sleight of hand.
Okay. He is mediocre at those.
Okay.
Slash roll. 1d20 plus 3. 5. Fuck.
I'm gonna give you advantage to this.
Okay.
because I feel bad. Um,
Because Dave's such a cool guy.
yes.
16, much
Alright,
better.
that beats it. So, as you both are talking, and I'll say, Arya, you watch as Ragnos grabs his head for a second and starts to shake. You start to approach and like try to figure out what's going on. Like start to slap your hand in front of his face and like snap. And as he starts to come back, his eyes are diluted. If you guys would like to make some role play.
Hey, hey, Agnos, you there?
Would I be able to hear stuff, or is it just
You could hear it muted at first, like the snapping, but then you suddenly start to come back. Like your eyes went pinpoint and everything went dark around you. And you felt this strange purple grape flavored, like psychic connection of sorts. This wave of energy. I don't know why you know it's grape flavored or why you know the color's purple, but
it felt that way?
yeah, it felt that way.
I've experienced with tasting colors.
And hearing sounds, yes.
And seeing tastes.
Alright.
And smelling ghosts.
Oh, hey Arya. Yeah, I just wished a happy afterlife. I think.
Oh? Well, my condolences, Jim. That's a nasty way to go out.
As you say that and look back, Day's body is not there. Arya,
We should...
with your previous check, there is a third for the footprints. Heading off in what direction, Day?
I think
I'll say it's heading off in a direction of... It's very haphazard. It seems to be switching, like, north, south, east, west. It seems to be switching which way it's going, but which direction in general, Zeus.
Gotcha. Okay. I would definitely say towards into the woods, west.
Okay, so it seems to be heading south towards the woods, but a little bit more west as well. Okay,
Yes.
good to know. Anyways, you see another set of footprints covered in blood. And Day's body is missing. I will say this, Ragnos, as Arya sees this, and you can see her eyes go wide, and you see his body is missing, you feel towards your pocket, and the paper that you would just put in there, the folded piece that of the page that had been torn in two, is gone.
Son of a... Well, I guess we'll be meeting Day soon.
I will say, as you pull your hand out of your pocket, there is just complete, like, blood in your pocket. As if, like, a recent, like, bloody corpse reached into your pocket or something. Totally can't be that, though.
Your head is just filled with the words gift.
Anyway.
Son of a bitch. But I think, well, we'll probably have to still deal with that later. Yeah, we need to prevent our other friends
So,
from...
as you begin to
becoming
fly
something
the rest of
public.
the way, there's no more shit going on there. You eventually come upon this small tent city within this divot in the ground. You're trying to fly closer to the ground in case you get struck again.
Yeah.
So, you're, like, flying over. You pass by this large mantis that's creaking in the midst of this small divot in the ground, the crater. And it tries to take a swipe but misses as you fly faster than it. You manage to outrun it, and eventually you get towards this small tent village town. And as you start to approach, you go a little bit higher so the sentries don't see you. Before you start to hear talking and a familiar voice, Rail, who's at this small doorway entrance as you begin to float downwards. As you begin to ascend from the heavens, you touch down as you see Rail there. You guys can roleplay if you wish.
Oh, hey, Rail.
Oh, hello. Red
You
nose.
see a rather wide grin, as his eyes are quite narrowed.
Why
He's
are
sort
you
of
looking
nodding.
at that? What?
Hey,
What?
Hey, Rail, do you know what anything that happened to Day? Like, a
Uh,
little lowdown on that?
hey, yeah, we were attacked by some sort of vampire.
Oh,
Yeah.
alright.
Seems like he's a vampire now then.
Oh, not another one. Shit.
Uh,
Yeah.
also, could you explain to us why you thought it would be a good idea to go this soon?
Well, you two know that we have two mental fuck ups in the party, right? Yeah, 2 versus 1. That they yeah. And I couldn't let them go alone because they would have died, which they did because we were attacked by a fucking vampire.
So,
As I know.
did I notice anybody else, or like an unfamiliar face?
Your passive perception's too low, no.
Bruh.
I'm just fucking.
He is not.
No. Continue to roleplay, but you guys haven't noticed the new face just yet.
Oh, God.
You're used to people standing next to you, so it's like you haven't noticed that he's not a member of your party.
Oh, God.
Alright, Rail, I hope you haven't used too much of your magic, because on our haste to get here, we kinda got struck by lightning. So if we're going into the mines with you, I think we might need a little healing.
I won't even question we got struck by a lightning thing,
You
so
look at them
yeah.
both wearing like basically half plate, like completely metal half plate, and you
They're wearing quarter
realize
plate at this point.
Ragnos was flying in the middle of stormy weather.
Oh, actually, to point that out, I extend my right wing and wave it around for a moment, as if to emphasize it.
Motherfucker was flying in the middle of stormy weather with half plate and didn't think he'd get struck by lightning.
Well, it's no longer half plate. It's not quarter plate with how much he's lost.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
just
I can.
yeah, and my half
Okay.
plate's pretty charred.
Yeah, I have potions of mana that I originally wanted to keep for the mine, but I guess I can heal you
Thanks.
as
Yes.
as I will pump to first level healing cure wounds into each of them.
Man, it only takes a first level. Anyways, so go
Yeah.
ahead and
Either
roll that.
either 2 first level or 1 second level, and 2 first levels better.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that.
So the first one is for shadowy.
So as Rael walks up and touches you on the shoulder, he goes,
22.
do you drink your potions when you do this?
I will drink the mana potions after
Alright,
to
so
recharge my
you have
spells.
4 of them, right?
Yeah,
Alright, and you're doing 2 first levels for each of them, or 1 first level for each of them?
2 first levels.
Okay. So you
So
watch as he approaches and he touches you, and you feel the natural magics work their way through you as you feel this warmth, this fiery warmth pass through you.
And now for Arya, 20.
So Shadow regains 22 HP, Arya regains 20. Arya
I
should
need
be
that
damn
to
near full max at this point.
Yeah,
Reckless as well.
Good
Yeah,
work,
I'm at
guys.
maximum HP. It's like,
Ragnos, are you above max HP?
that would actually put me, above max HP.
Okay. I used
So
to,
that would be-
as a DM, allow you guys to go like extra like temporary HP if you go above, but I don't do that anymore because people fucking decided to pump themselves, like use all of their fucking HP to pump themselves up to like 200 HP and then just get into combats with that. So
Oh
I don't do
god.
that anymore. Yeah, you can
Oh,
understand
too bad.
why.
Yeah.
Perfectly understandable.
Let's just say level 3 with a healer. Not fun. Anyways,
Yeah.
so as you pump this up, you guys watch as he just like takes 4 small vials of like this blue liquid and just You know when like people like take 4 different like
Chug,
cans
chug,
and
chug.
like they just like slowly all 4 of them in a row. That's what he does. Or no,
Yeah,
a better thing. You know that guy who like makes jungle juice in like trash cans and shit, like the black guy who's
Oh,
like,
that guy.
"This is how you make it." He like starts to pour them, and it makes the when it's pouring in. That's the sound it makes. He pulls out like this. He pulls out another tin can. It has some mystery liquid already in it. He just pours them all in, and he goes, "That's jungle juice," and just drinks it all.
It's a mana potion.
It tastes like blueberry.
Blueberry.
Yeah.
Yummy.
Of course, blue is blueberry.
Watch Blue actually be beef.
Okay, no, it would it be blueberry or blue flavor?
Let's roll to see if you're allergic to mana potions. You're not.
Oh god!
You're
Hey,
not.
come on!
You needed a 1 to 5 on a D100. You got a 48. You're fine.
If that would,
Your
if I
tongue
would,
feels tingly.
would you have
Your
actually
tongue
given?
feels
Yeah.
tingly.
If I had gotten
Oh.
a 1 to 5, I would have actually given you allergic to mana potions. Not for this one, but for future, yes.
Oh god.
Lactose intolerant type.
Yeah.
You
Anyway,
shit
But I'm-
yourself later.
I am like the one person in the whole family without any like
Oh.
allergies.
at this point, you guys notice there's another person there that's not a familiar face.
Oh. Hello there.
Hi.
Zeus,
Ah.
if you would like to describe your
If
character.
I may.
You guys,
Ah.
as you guys begin to notice this individual, you see a...
High elf.
Okay. Describe your character.
Yeah, I'm gonna describe my character. Give me a
Describe
minute.
your character, you piece of shit.
I'm doing it. Give me a minute. Okay. So, my character is a high elf, floppy ears, of course, wearing nice-ish leather armor. He has a short bow at his side, a short sword at his other side. Wait, no. Sorry. Short bow on his back. Sorry. Short sword at his side and a hand axe on the other hip. He has some minor scarring on like his face and arms, but for the most part, he seems pretty fresh meatish. And also his posture is not confident. He's slightly hunched.
If I may inquire, what is your name?
Velos. Of the islands. Of the islands part wasn't, that's self-proclaimed.
I am Arya. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hey, if you would like to look and speak really quick. I'm sorry. Okay, continue.
It's nice to meet you too.
Arya.
Aria. Well, that's a nice one.
You see standing before you a drow. Though you can't really tell if she's a drow or a dark elf because her face is just caked in this brown mud that's hardened almost like clay. So it looks like she's a dark elf that's put on too much makeup and it's like the foundation's starting to crack. And you can see her hair is like, you know the follower from Oblivion that's like, Grand Champion? And he follows you around.
Yeah.
It basically looks like that hair because it's been struck by lightning.
Hold up.
And held up, yeah. It looks like a teardrop.
Now, I would say, for like our race, our species, I would suggest carrying yourself a bit better. What happened?
Struck by lightning.
Oh. In this weather? I look. Oh, it is this weather.
He just said that in character, like, "Is this weather? Oh yeah, this weather."
You're a funny one. Though you really should stand taller if you're going to be an adventurer.
Oh god.
I'm used to crawling through the mud.
Uh.
In this weather?
Fellows, eh? Name's name's Ragnos. I'm just wondering, where exactly did Rail pick you up at? I'm assuming that's you met Rail pretty recently.
He didn't pick me up. I saved him, but along the trail, near the carnage. You might have seen it on the way here.
Well, I guess that is an interesting way to meet someone. That forms a bond rather quickly. And Ragnos decides to pat him on the shoulder and then offer a handshake.
I take one of my leather gloves off and I shake his hand.
I'm wondering how strong his grip is.
I have a 13 strength.
Alright.
Zeus, you see
Fuck
what
you,
I
Goblin.
pinged you? Oh, I'm sorry. Anyways, continue.
Wait. I lost it.
I think you were discussing about how it's not the weather for getting struck by lightning.
Ah, right. I lied.
I'm not sure if that was a lie and more of just not paying attention.
Sorry, I'm a little distracted. Personally, I'd rather not travel into a
At this
cave.
point, you hear... As
I
you
look in the
hear
direction.
metal grinding, wood grinding against metal. As you look towards the doorway, and you see the small hatch, the small doorway that exists on the actual wood, seems to be moving upwards like a garage door. As you see, two of the dwarves are pulling heavy chains. Sorry, no, they wouldn't be pulling heavy chains. This mine would be made... No, it would be made with chains. They seem to be off to the side pulling heavy chains, and you see one of the other dwarves is standing there with like a shield ready in front of the small mine entrance area, and you see the two pole-armed elves are standing there too, as the door is slowly lifting. You see it hangs off to the side a little bit. It's heavily rusted. You see the crossbow elf goes, "Alright, the door's opening. We can't hold it open for too long, so if you want to get ready to go in, your group here, I guess. Hello, other two. How you doing? I got nothing for you. Sorry. They took the gift already.
It's fine.
And I just nod towards the crossbow elf and...
Look, a drow. How interesting. Well,
I start marching towards the door.
Yep. I'll follow him, pulling my glove back on.
alright, so as you guys get about 30 feet from the door, the dwarf goes, "Ugh. Jason, there's nothing in here. Why are we so At this point, the door gets blown off as a giant mantis comes rushing through. As it does, the two dwarves to the side get slashed with the two scythe-like appendages as they just get completely cut in half as the mantis chomps down, ripping the top half of the dwarf who's starting to say this backwards off as it... Everyone roll initiative.
Ah!
Alright.
Oh shit.
The door goes... I need everyone to roll me a dexterity saving throw first as the door goes flying past you guys.
Oh no.
Oh, that's a failure. I have terrible luck today. That's an 8.
Oh my god! Oh my god! TPK? TPK?
Hold on a minute. I'll roll in chat. I want to see if it's TPK.
By door.
I swear to god, guys. You're not even gonna die to the mantis.
Here. Ready?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Oh god.
Alright, it's 30 feet. Alright, so, Zeus, Velos,
Yes.
you dodge out of the way of the door. As you're like, I dodge out of the way, you look back and you just see the other three get hit by the door. You all take... what's the mantis's strength bonus? Let's add that.
Is this except for me, or does everyone still take
everyone
damage?
besides you. Let's see, the strength bonus is that, so it's plus... Okay.
And I just healed.
You all take 35 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, I'm
down.
unconscious.
Okay, so I'm unconscious.
You just see all three of them are looking at this. They're like starting to pull out their weapons and everything, and they just get. You hear the audible cracking of bones. As you see.
Oh.
Actually, I need to roll for Jason because he's not close to the. Jason manages to he sees this coming. He's like, okay, and he dives under. He immediately drops to the ground as he goes flying over him. He's like, what the fuck? And he pulls out his heavy crossbow. And he's like, let's get. All right, everyone, roll initiative, please. In chat,
I'm
please.
unconscious,
In
so is
chat.
Shadow.
Okay.
Yeah.
With 3 of us unconscious, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And really did 35 damage door.
I have +3 for another 8.
Wait,
I got an 8 too.
how much health were
What
you
the
at
fuck?
after healing 20 HP?
30 flat.
Chicken.
I was at 30 flat health.
Boom! I'm
Is
fucking-
anybody
Yeah.
at their negative in HP? Like their negative
No.
max HP?
-2.
No.
Okay, good. You're fine then.
I'm like
Okay,
negative.
someone dies
7.
by a
I
door.
was honestly
Oh.
wanting to catch the door and throw it at the mantis or just redirect it, but
Well,
now
if
I'm
you
unconscious.
survived, I would have let you try.
That would been so cool.
I-
Catching the door.
I could have died by the door if I would have left 2 HP.
Y'all motherfuckers need to increase your dex. We have the entire party is
I
basically
I literally have
the entire party is basically elves, and you have horrible dexterity.
I'm a dex fighter, personally.
I
Yes,
have
we
a
all
+3 to dex saves. I have a +5 to con saves, a +5 to strength
Hey,
saves.
Goblin,
Yeah,
Goblin.
yeah.
Iron Jesus just wanted to
So
fuck us
I want to let you
over.
know, it was all or nothing on the damage there. That's why it dealt so much damage. Just so you're aware.
Okay.
Fuck. Yeah, Goblin, you always need to calculate Iron Jesus' mood in.
I guess so. Yeah. That's why I prefer dice golem.
Iron Jesus
All right.
hates me today.
So, Ruby, what did you roll?
An 8 with a +3.
Okay.
Well, a total of 8 with +3.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you. So.
So we got the 3 on the dice, a 5 on the dice, and a 7 on the dice on the save.
Okay.
Wow.
So, first is. Are you fucking kidding me? It's gonna be fucking Jason first.
What? What did he roll?
Roll a 19 plus 2.
Goddamn. Okay.
So as he ducks down, he goes, "Oh, okay," and he pulls out his heavy crossbow. Oh, you bug-eyed freak! Fuck! And he takes a shot with it. As he gets back up immediately. Let's see, that would be +4. What is it? It goes, and the bolt goes flying and just skits off the carapace and goes flying into the wooden door.
Didn't the door go off?
No, so there's 2 large doors that are
Ah.
assigned to each other. They're like 20-foot large doors, and there's this small little metal gate. Small little metal/wood gate of a door that allows mine carts to come through. So they don't have to open the doors every time. So it's just on the side of it, like when you see castle doors and there's a smaller door. It's basically one of those, but it goes up like a garage door, and that got flung off when the mantis came out.
Okay.
So
Great.
he goes, fuck! And he then reaches down, he pulls out a small fucking bell off of his pants, and he goes, he's starting to unfasten a war horn. Probably should have done this first. Probably should have done this first. And he's like unfastening his war horn. Ends his turn. He's gonna move back 30 feet.
This is gonna be a fucking TPK from a door.
Oh god.
I love me a good door, DPK.
Our door GPK'd the party.
And technically, the party is surprised. Actually,
What?
no, you saw the mantis, so you're not surprised.
Yay.
So let's see here. Does it have an initiative bonus? It does. I forgot to roll its initiative. I apologize. What'd you roll? You rolled.
Dex.
Okay, yeah.
I'm a little scared. I really hope 17 was enough.
It's not.
Fuck.
It rolled an 18. What?
All right. I hope you have. I hope you have a shield. Hope you have shield,
Oh, I don't use shield.
bruh.
I'm
This
a
story
dex
of-
fighter.
this-
I'm weaving and dodging. I
Destroy
should get a
I
buckler.
thought you were a blade singer. Sorry, that's just my racism against elves. Before elves.
The story of
Not
how
believing in
Arya
blade singers.
died because of a door.
All right, so
I
as
actually
he
assumed you were
flings
good at
it,
magic.
he moves back 30 feet. He's now 60 feet from the mantis. Let's see here. The mantis suddenly finishes chewing and swallowing the dwarf's top body, and it looks back. Actually, it did kill the dwarves, but the two polearms. One of the pole-armed elves actually did manage to dodge out of the way of the door, and he's standing directly next to the mantis. So he's gonna go before the mantis, I'll say. He's gonna spend his action shitting his pants.
Aw, dumbass.
And he drops his polearm and no, he doesn't drop his polearm, but he falls to the ground holding it, and he starts to like back up very slowly on the ground as the mantis looks down towards him. It's gonna attack him first.
Could Rally make him attack?
It could.
I don't want to waste Rally on this dumbass though.
Do you? So
No,
I'll
I'm
say
good.
it hasn't ended his turn just yet.
I could Rally on him. Honestly, I really want to see what this man can do. I'm gonna use Rally.
All right. So how do you rally him as he's on the ground, pissing and shitting his pants?
Pick yourself up, you're gonna die!
And he stabs at it from beneath. He has disadvantage because he proned himself.
He regains, hold on a second. Yeah, it's 5 temporary hit points.
I will mention, the other guy that got hit by the fucking door got misted.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So, as he stabs up at the creature, actually, I'll say he...
Oh,
yeah, no, he has that disadvantage on the ground, so... Oh, God, it's fucking hilarious. He actually hits.
Wow,
So, as he's on the ground,
I-
he's like... and he stabs up, and he actually stabs into the bottom of the creature's carapace. And he looks back at you.
Yeah!
He gives
Keep going!
He gives you a thumbs up, and that ends his turn. Let me go ahead and calculate the health here.
Fuck yeah, Rally!
Plus... How much does a glaive usually do? Let me look this up.
D10.
A d10? Alright.
Ooh.
So that's a d10 plus 3. That's not a d10, that's a d20. What the fuck am I doing?
Yes, D20.
There it is. Okay, 10 damage. But let's
Fuck
see.
yeah!
Let's see its resistances. Piercing. Okay, it's fine.
Oh, piercing?
Yeah.
Oh, you shitbird.
Anyway, so as he stabs into it and slashes down with his large glaive, I did it! I did! Mantis,
Yeah!
The mantis swings down with its glaive-like arm. Its scythe arm, sorry, towards him immediately. And it has
5 temporary
advantage.
hit points. Protect him. Protect him.
That hits with a... Because he's not wearing armor besides leather, so he has a 14, and it rolled a 21.
Okay.
So it's not a crit, but it does deal... Let's see here. Yeah. Actually, your temp HP makes it so he doesn't die.
Yeah!
Because usually, commoners have 8 HP. Yours brings it up to a 13. So, I'm not going to roll against NPCs for damage. I'm just going to roll to see if it hits. But it deals 10 damage. So it slashes him and it slashes into him. And as it does, it's going to... Let's see, can it actually do that? Yeah, no. It's going to slash into him, and as it does, it then completely grapples him with the left arm and pulls him up. And it's going to use its reaction after grappling him to throw him at the loudest person around, which is you. So...
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Also the only person
Actually, it
really
throws
wrong.
him, and he lands 10 feet in front of you. As he does suffer. Okay, yeah, as he hits the ground, you see his head hits a rock, and he hits the ground and starts to bleed out.
No,
Yeah,
not,
as he hits
not,
the ground, his glaive hits in front of you. Jason goes,
Heal.
well, that's
Oh.
not good, is it?
No!
Anyways, ends his turn. Actually, no, it doesn't end the mantis' turn. It's going to then take a long jump without having to move to jump 30 feet forward directly in front of you. And as it does, it lands and takes its second scythe-like arm and makes a strike at you.
I wish it has like giant mantis wings, which is
It does.
terrifying.
It has these.
Ah.
It has wing assisted leaps is one of its abilities. So it can standing long jump 30 feet forward, or 15 feet up. So as it does, it lands directly in front of you, and with a slice goes for a. Let's see here. Does a what is your AC?
15.
All right, it hits you.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Put it back.
So as it strikes against you, almost max damage. You take 15 points of slashing damage. It slashes you in the gut.
Oh,
Its eyes buggily looking around. They don't seem to be directly focused on you. One of them seems to be off to the side while the other one's just staring directly at you. You see its mandibles, its 4 mandibles on its face are clicking as acidic acid is dripping out of its mouth as it hits the guard's body below you, burning through the leather.
Oh, poor guy.
That ends its turn. Zeus, as this creature is
Yeah.
in front of you, a little bit of pee comes out, but not much.
That's,
Because this thing just burst out of the door, misted a few people, knocked your entire party out, and then jumped directly in front of you.
Oh, totally
Its
awesome.
breath stinks like shit, man. You could smell iron, you could smell rot coming out of its mouth. It is, I will say this creature is pretty, it does have a little bit of injuries to it already. It's not completely healthy.
Oh.
Anyways,
Is it? Oh,
your turn.
Heal.
it's me turn.
Mhm.
All right. Well, what's great is my both main 2 ways of attack both do piercing damage.
I want you to be aware, to dodge the door, you needed to roll, what did you roll, Zeus? You rolled like...
I rolled 22.
Yeah, to dodge the door, you needed to roll a, 13.
Oh god.
It's a heavy
I
door.
rolled
It wasn't
plus
coming at
3.
you
I
too
rolled
fast.
2 5s in a row.
Yeah,
So RNGs is really thought fucking you.
yeah. So
Yeah.
Zeus, as this creature lands in front of you, what are you doing?
Okay, fuck. Alright. So now I gotta think. Honestly, I don't want a metagame. I'm just gonna hit it with a short sword, not knowing that it's immune to
I'll say, depending on how you hit it with it, the short sword can be slashing or piercing. Just because it's
Okay.
stupid that you're not supposed to only pierce with a fucking short sword, you're supposed to slash with it too. So I found that stupid.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna
Same with a long sword.
Gotcha. Alright. I'm going to just roll a hit. Nope, nothing else on it, just smacking it with my sword.
So it's more like a reaction at this point where you're just, oh, and you slash at it.
1d20. Oh, that's fun. Plus 6. Okay.
Alright.
I'm gonna roll this real quick. My cat is scratching at my door. It's very loud. I'm sorry.
I don't
9.
hear.
Fuck. Give me a
So-
second.
Oh god, hold on. Oh good, that's not natural. That's not a critical fail. Okay, good.
Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry about
So
that.
as you go to strike against it, you just lash out and you miss because you don't throw far enough.
Shit.
I will say you do see that grievous wound on the bottom of his body that was left by the glaive.
Ah. Well, that gives me an idea. I'm gonna action surge here.
Okay.
Ooh, another fighter.
So, complete miss on the first one. Okay.
I will
I'm
say
gonna
it is a large creature, so you can move into its space under it like you did before, but you will technically be not prone, but you are going to have a -2 to any attacks you make. Because you are
Gotcha.
you're not proning, but you're like kneeling down to try and be under it if you wanted to do anything like that. Just because I gave you the option to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to try to stab at that previous wound.
All right, so I will say it's going to take you 5 feet of movement as you roll underneath. It's technically 10 because it's difficult terrain because you're moving through a creature's space. So you move through, and as you go through, you stab up into its guts. Go ahead and roll an attack.
And let me make sure I can't do anything else.
-2, remember. But if you
Right.
hit, you hit.
So it's only a +4 here. I can. All right, hope for the best. Pretty please.
What?
Ooh. I need to think about that. Should I add anything to that? No. 17 should be enough. Okay, I'm sticking to 17.
Alright, so as you stab upwards, praying because the blood and the viscera is just dripping onto your face, you wipe and stab up, and as you do, you feel not hard carapace, but soft, gooey interior as you look up and you see you've stabbed into the creature itself. Consider this a critical hit.
Fuck yeah!
And I will allow you to add an extra 2d6 extra damage with that critical hit as well. Because you are stabbing into a more central point. You didn't notice at first, but it's the more central point around its internal organs, you assume. So as you push deeper with your hand, you're pushing into this mantis. The mantis isn't standing upright and tall like a praying mantis would. At this point, it's crawling out and fastly approaching enemies, trying to get the drop on everybody before it loses its advantage. So it's on all of its hands, and then like leaping up and slashing with its hands, then dropping back down to crawl faster. It's not up tall standing at the moment.
All right, there's the damage. 14 times 2, 28.
Okay, so as you stab into it and pull your weapon back out, blood just pours all over you. As you see the creature steps back, and I'm gonna say it actually technically already used its reaction on its turn, so it can't get away from you. So it steps back a little bit, but you're still underneath its space, and it begins to fall a little bit. What are you doing? You can't end your turn. Remember, you can't end. Actually, no, I'll allow you to do it because it's a larger creature. I don't give a shit.
Okay. It already used its reaction.
Yep.
So I'm gonna use the last 25 to not be directly underneath it and
Alright.
just get away.
You crawl 10 feet to the other side of it, completely behind it. And as you pop back out, do you want to stay within range of it or no?
Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna die very soon. I'm gonna stay in range.
Alright, so you get directly behind it and pull your weapon out and look backwards. Make me a nature check.
Fuck yeah. Click. Nature.
Okay.
I have +2, so 13.
That's enough. As you turn around, you see this is obviously a female mantis, and you see there are multiple egg sacs attached to the back of this creature. The egg sacs seem to be pulsing, and they seem to be very well grown. However, they seem to have something wrong with them. You're not an expert on large mantises, so you're not sure. But there seems to be this, like, black viscera that seems to have pushed into the edge of each of the eggs. And the creature's, like, the back of the creature, it seems to have, the eggs seem to have implanted into the back of the creature's carapace, and you can see, just faintly where the color is fading from the back of the creature, there are veiny, like, black and blue vein-like textures that disappear into the carapace. If you would like to make me just a general animal handling check.
Okay. In animal handling, I have +1. Hiya! 15, actually. Holy shit.
The creature, from when you saw into its eyesight, now that you're thinking about back to it really quickly, you get the feeling this creature isn't acting as it should. I will say you immediately realize there's something wrong with this creature. This specific one. The other mantises you fought were not specifically anything like this. Like, they had the same shape and everything, but their visual appearance and the way they acted was not as irate as this creature. Anyways, does that end your turn?
That is everything I can possibly do in one turn? Yes.
Alright. So, as you step back and have this small realization, Shadowy, if you'd like to roll me a Constitution saving throw, please. Before your death save.
Wouldn't it be a
Before your death save.
before the death saves?
Yes.
Alright. It's unfortunate you can't use Bardic Inspiration on
I'll
yourself.
say Constitution or Strength, your choice.
Con or Strength,
And-
those are the same
Yeah.
thing.
I can't rally you. You have to be able to hear me.
Bardic Inspiration can't even be used since you're unconscious, right?
Well, give him a second. Natural 1. Yeah,
Oh,
you
God.
are flatline on the ground. Make me a death save.
Alright, let's see here. That's an 18.
As you begin to think back to your past, give us just a brief background, or like a flashback for your character.
Alright. Ragnos, being knocked unconscious rather quickly, is reminded of the time that he tried to hit on a Goliath woman. She was apparently a pretty powerful warrior, and a comment about getting nesting between her two boulders seemed to earn him a fist to the face.
Let's just say he doesn't remember much from that night, aside from waking up with a sore jaw and a large bruise in that spot the next day. Anyways, so as you remember back to this time, your eyes flicker open for a second. If you would like to, I will say this. You can make one bardic inspiration on a creature of your choice, if you want to. That is the only thing you can do on your turn.
Alright, seeing as
You do see,
Alright, that's actually...
you do see your new elf compatriot roll under stab and get up to the other side, going into this like Shai Chi stance with his fucking blade. I don't know the fucking proper term.
He's doing pretty good, but I actually have an idea. Rail, if he was, conscious, would be able to heal us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna help him fight through him possibly bleeding out. So I'm gonna give him a pat of encouragement, or a.
Alright.
Hey,
so
hey,
I'll say as you got slung back, your hand reached and hit onto your friend. But anyways, we'll say your bardic inspiration happened as the door hit both of you. Anyways, that ends your turn. Arya, I would like you to make me either a strength or constitution save, please.
They're both +5.
You gotta let me know which one you're making, though.
Strength.
Okay.
Oh, fuck, that
Nat 20? Alright, so, as the door came towards you, Zeus, the dust and debris made you think all your friends had gone flying backwards, knocked unconscious, but you see, standing there, arms crossed in an X-like pattern, still standing, Arya, roll me 1d4.
Bro,
1d4.
that bad bitch just standing there taking a door to the face.
What'd you roll, Arya?
A 1.
Alright, you have 1 HP, you are standing, but I'm going to say at this point, your vision is like quadrupled at the moment. You're completely red in your vision and you can barely do anything. You have a bonus action and movement on this turn. Your vision may come back, at the end of your turn you make a constitution saving throw to see if you can use your full action next turn. You have half movement, I will say, so 15 feet of movement and a bonus action to use on this turn.
Okay, so I am definitely going to bonus action second wind.
Alright, so as you start to breathe in, you pull your hands down and you reach your left hand up and you just feel where you feel like nothing left on your face, and you feel your jaw is definitely unhinged. As you push that back in, you hear popping and what sounds like the tearing of like broken flesh, but you pop it back in and you can breathe even better now. As you look around, and if you want to go ahead and roll that, by the way. As you look around and you do see your ally fighting against this creature, as Jason is like right back up to you now. He's looking up and he's like, "Holy shit, what the hell? You looked better a few seconds ago." And he's still trying to reach down to pull out his horn. There's a lot of leathers attached to it.
I rolled max healing for 13.
Alright, at this point your breathing and your vision is starting to get a little bit better, but you still need to make a constitution saving throw at the end of your turn. If you want to move, you can before that.
Yeah, I'm going to move 15 feet towards the mantis.
Alright, you only need to move 5 as it actually no, because you did get pushed back quite a bit. I'll say 15 feet gets you about 10 feet away from the mantis, and like, you're not like sprinting towards it, you're like drunken, like a drunken master. You're drunkenly stammering towards it, nearly falling on your ass every few steps, just because of the amount of pain you've taken. You feel like your rib cage is on fire. You definitely have some internal bleeding, and you're pulling out small pieces of shrapnel from the door off of you, as you did break the door as it came flying at you.
Yep.
So you are peppered with this shrapnel, but you are still standing at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And if you'd like to make a constitution saving throw, please. And in chat, please, because with either of the dice spots. Because you rolled two maximums so far in 3
Yeah.
rolls. So I just want this one to clear the air here.
Yep,
Then you can go back to rolling
because
outside.
that would have been a 19.
Fuck!
It would have been a total of 19 if you took my hour chat roll, but that's
Well,
24.
It is a natural 19 out of chat roll, too. Anyways.
No, our chat, it was a total of 19.
Okay, so as you start to breathe, you can see your vision coming back, and you get the feeling you'll be able to do combat properly next turn. But at the moment, you're still trying to catch your breath and take out any pieces that aren't too important, and any pieces that are too important that are too deep you need to leave in. You're trying to figure out what you need to do as you're starting to, like, reach for your weapon. You look at your hand, it's all shaky. You can see your arm is bent in a weird way, and you're like, fuck. Definitely gonna need some healing magic for that. But as you reach forward, you grab onto your... I think you have a great sword, right?
I have a long sword, a battle axe, and a great sword, as well as a dagger with me.
Which item are you taking out? I'll ask, because I'll allow you to pull out one of your weapons.
I am reaching back towards my great sword.
Alright, you managed to pull that off the side. The sheath is still on it, so you're, like, pulling that off very slowly as you're approaching. Like, it's just not a good look for you. Anyways, end of your turn. Gesh. Constitution or strength save?
Because I actually got a good constitution.
Okay.
Remember Bardic Inspiration?
And you have
Oh, good. That's
so a D6, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just level up to D6.
Okay.
You could use it on
Good.
this or your... Okay, yeah. So,
18.
that's the DC you needed, so good job.
Oh god, good thing I used the body
It's
inspiration
half
now.
of the damage you took, or 15, whichever's higher. Sorry,
Yeah.
that's not right. It's half the damage.
It's half damage or 10, whichever's higher.
That's what it is for concentration, but this is half damage because it's just see if you stay standing. Gesh, the door, you blacked out for just a brief second, but you felt the embrace of your friend Ragnos as he pushed you out of the way of its large metal beams for just a second. The large chains whipping him in your last vision before you went unconscious, and you feel your consciousness come back to you. Roll me a d4. Actually, I'll say roll me a d6 specifically for this one, because this isn't taking the brunt and trying to pass through it, staying standing with your strength. This is being carried by the door and still being alive. So you have more HP this way.
Ooh,
Alright.
whoa.
So you're
Wow.
at 2 HP as you feel a little bit of debris on you. You manage to push it off and stand up. You have half your movement at this point, and I will say you have your full turn. As you manage to catch your breath, you are injured to all hell. And you look over and you see Arya stammering forward, pulling out a few pieces of metal from her, pulling out her great sword, and you see in the distance your new compatriot is fucking up this mantis. Though the mantis seems to do a heavy swing against him.
How far away is Shadowy?
What the fuck?
Is Shadowy?
Yeah.
Shadowy's maybe like 10 feet behind you as this large chain and door frame hit him and has pulled him about 10 feet back behind you. But you are about, from the mantis as well, you are about 45 feet from the mantis.
Okay, so that would be the smarter choice. Okay, I go to Shadowy and use Cure Wounds on him.
So you approach him and you start to pat him down and see where his injuries are. I will say this. As you look at his body, just a brief medicine check, you look at him and you see there are heavy pieces of metal fragments deep into his gut. There are fragments of wood that have been thrust into his trachea. Using magic to heal him at the moment would do more damage than it would good at the moment, unless you were to remove these items.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Shadowy, but you got a natural 1, so there has to be a detriment to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I try to pull like this? Can I use like Cure Wounds and as the specific wounds are healing up, I just pull out the pieces?
You can make me a medicine check while you are doing Cure Wounds to do that, yes.
Okay, medicine check.
I will
Now
give
I
you
need
advantage.
something
I will
to-
give you advantage because you are closing the wounds immediately. But this is
Okay.
just the medicine check is to see if you're able to pull them out without doing too much damage to cause him to start dying, as well as
Okay.
as well as getting all of it out without it splintering off.
Okay, I need luck. Oh,
16. DC was 16. So you managed to pull out what you think would cause real damage, and you pull out this large metal fragment that's just pulled into his gut, and as you start to pull it out, heavy amounts of blood come gushing out, but you cure wounds immediately. Go ahead and roll cure wounds. Shadowy.
10.
Your eyes flash open as you feel your body, this warmth of fire once again flashing through your body.
How can it be that if I get a DC done, it's always on the exact number?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like I'm thinking and I'm like, okay, this is the number you need. Like as you're rolling, I'm like, this is the number you're gonna need, or around this number specifically. And if I'm nice, I'll round it down. If I'm rude, I'll round it up. But it's usually around the DC within 1 that I allow it. And depending on story elements, I will allow you to succeed or fail if I feel it is going to increase the story's validity.
Yeah.
So, anyways. It's not
So I feel
fudging, it's
fire
more of a nudging to make the story better.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah,
never
if-
like it's never like DC 16 and then you guys like roll an 8 and I'm like, "Oh, you succeed." It's never like that. No.
Yeah, it's like if we roll a 16, it could be if it's too
If you're
difficult.
close enough and it makes a good story, I will allow it.
Yeah.
But if you're far
Same-
as fuck, no.
Same with fail. If you want something to fail and we got like 1 above, yeah.
If it makes sense for you to have failed rather than succeeding, like, if, for example, if he's bleeding out, you have no more spell slots, and you're trying to pull out, like, and you're trying to stop the bleeding of multiple sourced wounds without any medical knowledge while you're injured and dazed, that's most likely going to be a fail. But, anyways.
I do have medical knowledge.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, let's just say someone got fucking... Like, let's say daze injuries were on this person, you're trying to heal him, but you're completely dazed, you haven't made a medicine check, you don't know what's wrong with him, and you just try to pull out the pieces and then like, try to wrap his wounds rather than, like, doing other shit, it's gonna be worse. So, like, if you don't,
Yeah.
if there's a heavier chance that you would fail, then it tips the odds in that direction. If there's a heavier chance that you would succeed, I'll tip the odds in that direction. I don't just leave it up to the dice, I leave it to the story. So anybody watching, that's how it usually works. If it makes good story-wise and they're close enough to succeed, I will sometimes allow it. If they're close enough to fail, I will sometimes fail them. But most of the time, it is just straight with the dice. Anyways, now that we're done with that, you see Shadowy's eyes, Ragnos' eyes flip open for a second as he starts to blink, and he is safe now. Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn? Because you have about 5 feet of movement left. And a bonus action.
I can't do anything with a bonus action, sadly. So I just move. And I do have enough range to just stand there
Okay.
right now.
So as you stand up and you just look around, you see Arya starting to catch her breath a bit, and there's a strange look in Zeus's eyes as he's looking at this mantis, as if he's just noticed something. But does that end your turn? Gesh?
Yes.
All right. End of your turn. The man underneath the mantis is going to roll a death save.
Oh,
I'm
I
like, safe.
Yeah, he's safe.
Yeah!
I'm only going to be
Believe me.
rolling 1 death save for NPCs in this battle because I don't want to clog it up. So, as he starts to, like,
We need to find this man's
as his
name.
wounds start to coagulate a little bit, Jason goes, I'm going to roll a check for Jason. He's looking around like, he's still fidgeting with this fucking leather strap. He's like, come on. And he looks over and sees you're dealing heavy damage to the creature. Fuck it. And he just stops fidgeting with it. He reloads his crossbow bolt. I'm going to see. Yeah, he reloads his crossbow bolt and takes another shot at the creature. Oh, that hits. That's cool.
Yippee!
Yippee!
That's
What's going
going
on
around. We
the
thought we were
foot?
all gonna dive, and I got good, and we all turned around.
Oh shit! That's 8 reduced to 4 points of piercing damage. As a
Hey,
single
that's
bolt
something.
hits the side of the creature. I've got your back! Do not worry, friends! Ha ha! That's one creepy motherfucker.
I, like, trying to, like, control my blade here. I put, like, a
At this
thumbs
point,
up.
he puts it back on the leather strap and he starts to fidget with the other horn straps again.
Great.
Why
Oh,
did
man.
I make this so secure? What the fuck?
What is wrong with me?
What is
Make
wrong
it
with me?
2 straps.
Anyways, you see there's 3 straps on the leather horn.
I was gonna say, there's like one really big, thick strap of the entire thing.
But they're all connected, so like as he's pulling one up, they're like all they have those like buttons on them, like the not full buttons, but like they have the holes in them. So like when you button it up, it makes a sound, and then like when you unbutton it, but sometimes they can get stuck, so it's hard to open. He's like having trouble opening it. He's, fuck. He's not a strong
I'd
man.
take like 2 actions or 3 or something.
Yeah,
to
and
do
he'd
it.
rather deal damage to the creature, but he's gonna try to do it now, but he fails again. But anyways,
He grabs like a saw, and he's just sawing through it.
At this point, the bodies of the people that just got obliterated, the bottom parts of their bodies just to the ground.
As this was all in 6 seconds.
Yeah. Zeus. It's
Yeah?
Mantis' turn.
Fuck. Put it back.
You get shot, but it took heavy damage from you. It's going to turn around and stare at you, and as it does, it turns around. Actually, yeah, no, it's going to flutter and jump above you and land on the opposite direction. 20
What?
feet, actually. Actually, no, is it going to do that? Because technically, you're 30 feet from there would be. Technically, he's only 20 feet from you guys. So, yeah, no. Since Jason is about. Because you guys were about 10 feet back. Yeah, no, he's 10 feet away from you guys. I'm doing the math now. So, he is 20 feet from you. So, the creature is going to jump directly behind you, and as it does, it stares at you, and you can see its mouth starts to open up as it rears its head back and spits out a lot of acid. Actually, no. Yeah, no, it's a lion attack. Yeah, so, as this acidic blast just pours forward, I need you to make a dexterity save. And Jason needs to make one as well. So that is...
+4. Is there anything I can do to help this?
No.
Nope. Nope. I have no abilities. Please? 7.
Oh god.
Yeah, and, let's see here, because that's +4. Jason,
I mean, yes, Jason
just
fails as well.
barely succeeds. Oh my god.
Yeah, Jason!
So, Jason takes no damage, because he manages to dodge out of the way, but you, Zeus, do suffer 20 points of acid damage. As you are up close and personal to this thing, you turn around just in time to see it. I will say, you don't have a shield, never mind. So as it splashes towards you, I will say you can have the damage if you want your short sword to be completely acidified.
No.
You will be
okay.
blocking yourself with the short sword.
Yeah.
Okay, having damage. Honestly,
This will,
I don't need to.
It'll also cost a reaction if you wanted to, just so you're aware.
I don't think I need to. I'm good.
All right. So as you turn around, you just hit with this torrent of acid for 20 damage. And then the creature. Now let me roll a d100. Okay.
Leaves.
Its eyes are now staring around very wildly. It seems to be very damaged. Anyways, that ends its turn. It is now your turn, Zeus, as this creature lands behind you, expels this acidic line forward. Jason goes, "What the fuck?"
Army casually downing a quarter gallon of fruit punch.
Arya just has a quarter gallon of fruit punch.
Oh, Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
Oh no, it's a full gallon. I just drank a quarter.
Anyways,
Oh,
so Zeus, what are you doing?
okay. I am going to. Oh shit. God, if second wind didn't cost an action. God damn it.
Bonus action.
It's a bonus
Is
action.
it a?
Yeah.
It is what?
Yeah, second wind's a bonus action.
Holy, it is a bonus. I never knew that. I always thought it was an action. I thought
Yeah.
it sucked this whole time.
Yeah, no.
I originally thought that too when I first played Fighter.
Oh
Okay.
no, I listened to other people playing it, and they kept saying bonus action, and I was like,
Yeah.
isn't it action? They've been playing longer, I'll
Anyways.
take them for it. And then when I went to fight her, I was like,
Anyways, Zeus, what are you
Slash
doing?
roll. I'm definitely gonna second wind here.
Alright, so as
Now
you
that I-
breathe in, as the acid starts to burn through your body, what do you breathe in for how much health?
Let's see.
1d10
Plus fighter
plus
level.
3?
Hiya! Go! 8! Holy shit, that's nice.
You get a gentle reprieve for a second as you pull your short sword up, and what are you doing?
Okay. I'm going to aim at its legs as I go for a tripping attack.
Okay. As you make a strike at its legs, what does it need to roll?
I need to hit first, actually,
Oh,
to see if I decide afterward if I want to trip it. I think. Let me double check.
okay.
Trip attack. When you hit, okay.
Is
So
that of a
1d20?
creature of your size or smaller, or is it just any creature?
When you hit a creature with a weapon attack,
Okay.
any creature.
Okay.
Which that can be some shenanigans. I want to hit a Trask and trip it.
Yeah. You're gonna
I'm
hit the
a
Eldritch
storm
deity
giant.
named Todd, and he's just gonna trip and die.
Oh, oh, Bill, you gotta just triple the bolt.
Anyways, go ahead and roll.
he's gonna
Ooh.
trigger. Oh god.
14?
Yeah. Hold on a minute. I can only use one.
No, you
know what?
could. There are some things where you could use multiple fighter stuff. I mean, what is it called? Battlemaster dice.
I
think,
could
right?
no, you can only use one maneuver per attack.
Okay, okay.
Per swing of your weapon, you can use one maneuver. I know that doesn't hit, and I need to hit here. I'll sacrifice. Jesus fuck! How's wrong with that guy? I'm gonna do precision attack instead of tripping attack here.
What's that do?
1d8 added? That fuck. 15. I'm not very precise today.
So, you stand up and you go to stab at it, and as you do, its mantis hand just knocks your arm out of the way as you do not hit.
Shit. I'm so mad about that. God. Literally anything else but like a 1 and a 2 probably would have helped me out there.
Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
Cry.
So,
And that's it.
as you start to panic a little bit because, oh shit, this thing's fast. Ending your turn, it is now whose turn? I believe it is Shadowy. As you feel the warmth pass through your body and your eyes open, you are on the ground. You hear the sounds of combat, and you feel blood is welling up in your mouth. You also feel very faint from the lack of blood in your body, just from the amount of time you were bleeding from that large fucking item in you, because you were bleeding heavily from the wounds you had. But you don't know that. You just know that you feel very faint, there's blood in your mouth, and you feel the warmth of healing.
Alright,
Because
so
healing spells do not regenerate blood.
Alright, so I don't see any of the items penetrating my body.
You look down and you could feel one of the wounds is slowly closing up.
Alright. So, with that, I am up.
You are pushing yourself up off the ground then?
Yeah.
Okay, that's 15 feet of movement.
Alright. And so, Gesh is healing me as I do this.
Well, no, he stood up and looked back towards the combat to see if he could help you
Alright.
anyway. So he's standing above you, yes.
Alright. So I guess I'll make that comment when I figure out what happened to me. Alright. I guess I could see the mantis that is fighting. That's fighting both Jason and Bet.
Well, Jason's
Fellows.
like 20 feet away from it, peppering it with bows, but yeah.
Yeah.
Out of character, I'm just letting you know right now, the reason I made this mantis attack you, I wasn't planning it originally, is because you guys didn't take a long rest before going in.
Yeah, we should have.
Yeah, I'm
We
just letting you
really
know right
should've.
now, this is me doing a Deus Ex Machina so that you don't fucking die by going into the mine.
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys decided to open it before we got there, so
Yeah.
Alright. So Ragnos seeing this creature, he's gonna start. He's gonna begin. He is going to first use his bonus action to cast or to use Hexblade's Curse on the. Actually, how far is it away?
It's about 45, 50 feet from you.
Okay, just want to. I need to make sure.
It'd be more about like
That's-
55 actually, because Gesh was 45, 10 feet away.
All right. I'm just gonna make sure that that's in range, or if I have to get closer.
But you're a warlock?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
So with that in mind, I'm gonna actually get a bit. I'm gonna get until I'm gonna go about 25 feet towards him.
So you can move 15 feet with your walking, and you're gonna use your flying
yeah.
speed the rest, right?
Yeah. I think actually here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use 15 feet towards that. Then I'm gonna use 10 feet of flying.
Mhm.
I'm going to then use Hexblade's Curse on it,
Okay.
and then
For what stat?
Hexblade's Curse is a bonus action ability that if I choose a creature within 30 feet of me, and that target is cursed for a minute. The curse has a couple of effects, like I gain a bonus to damage rolls against them equal to my proficiency bonus. Any attack I make at the cursed target is a critical hit on a 19 or a 20.
Okay.
And if the cursed target dies, I regain hit points equal to my warlock level plus charisma modifier.
Thank you for letting me know. So.
And so with that, yeah, as I do a little oh yeah, Toilet, and gesture my weapon towards it, I then activate I raise my weapon again, and charge some Eldritch energy and blast it at the mantis. I'm using Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
All right, now.
I will technically say this. I'm going to make an amendum to the rules. I will say if you have a friendly creature within 5 feet of a creature and you are not in your second range, I will give you flanking for attack rolls that are made with ranged attacks as well. Because I'm going to be nice like that. So you have advantage on these strikes since your friend is fucking threatening it within 5 feet of it.
Okay, so in that case, since that's only one strike right now, I'm going to do just that. Okay, so that's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Alright. Now, I'm to roll the Eldritch Blast damage. Okay, so that's 13 force damage.
Nice. As you hit it, you see a large chunk of it, one of its like large shoulders just gets hit and just disintegrates.
Alright. And with that, I'm gonna go fly back a little bit. I'm not gonna go too far off the ground since I have a feeling I might fall if I get hit.
Okay.
So I just use the remaining 20 feet to fly back.
Okay, no problem. So as you start to... The mantis is starting to look around a bit and noticing it's in a bad place. Anyways, that ends your turn?
Yep.
Alright. Arya.
how far away from me is the mantis?
I would say you're about 15 feet from the mantis, and at this point, everything has come back to focus.
Alright,
The
I'm
mantis
going to
is
use
looking very injured.
I'm going to use my bonus action to manifest my echo next to the mantis.
Okay. So as you breathe, you suddenly feel the same magical pulse-like energy you felt what seems to be 20 plus years ago, but only a few days, a few weeks for you, a few months, suddenly vibrates, and you all watch as a second grayish kind of form of, you all watch as suddenly a second version, almost this muted form of Arya, who already has muted colors to her, suddenly flings out and appears right next to the mantis. Arya, for you, you feel that energy happen. Everything goes cold. A blackness hits, and you just see this large skeleton hand around what seems to be this hourglass. And you see another version of you as you slowly approach the hourglass. A reflection of you suddenly appears out of it, made of sand, and you both touch hands as you then suddenly point forward, and you manifest your echo directly around the mantis. By the way, this is Taram lore, so bear with me.
I'm then going to advance 15 feet towards the mantis
Alright.
and attack with it.
So,
Well, attack it.
both you and your echo get advantage because you are flanking with 2 other people, which includes your echo.
Yep, and I am unleashing the incarnation, which means that my echo can attack as well.
Okay. Good to know.
We're both attacking with our great swords.
Okay, no problem. Go ahead.
And that's plus 5s for 22 for me and 19 for my echo.
You both hit.
That's 2d6 plus 3 for each of us.
Okay, go ahead.
I deal 7 damage, and my echo deals 11.
Okay, so as you rush forward and slice through, as you see your friend gets ricocheted off of its large leg, as it just seems to almost flick your friend off to the side. Using him, you spin around, pulling him, throwing him behind you, taking the momentum, you slash through and cut down some of its legs. As the echo finishes manifesting, it takes its blade and falls directly from above, piercing directly into its head, and pushes down harder and harder before you hear the cracking of the carapace of its head as the echo's blade digs deep into the brain as it passes through the bottom of the creature's head, as you see the creature suddenly just collapses onto the ground, going slack. As initiative is now over. As you all manage to start catching your breath, Arya, you look up towards your echo as it starts to fizzle out for a second, and you just see it suddenly turns to a stream of sand that disappears. You see this slight bismuth sheen behind the sand, and it's gone.
Just in case it's actually a sentient creature, I'm going to try and aim a thought its way, mentally saying, rest well.
It does give you a solemn nod before disappearing. Anyways, so as this happens and the creature falls, you see Jason finally unlatches the leather. There we go! Got it! Oh. Well, I spent all this time. Fuck. And he, starts to pull out this small, fucking, ear pick, but he, starts to put it into the horn. He's like, I forgot I was eating with this last night. Pulls out a little piece of turkey and just throws it to the ground. There we go. Well, the rest should be here soon to figure out what the fuck's going on here. You all look like shit. You okay? You got hit by a fucking door.
Relatively.
I double over and just puke up all the acid I ate.
Well, I gotta say, you all look like you could take on the mines. I have no regrets now with sending you down there. Reginald seems to have chosen the right group. Though I think you might need some rest.
Sure.
Yeah.
I have some blood in my mouth.
And he starts to pull out a small map. He starts to point you in a direction. He goes, you'll see the large boulder that looks like a voluptuous woman at a certain angle. There's a small tent. It has a red stain on its front door. That's my tent. Feel free to use it to get some rest. There are a few bedrolls for me and my friend. And he points back to the other people that are like half bodies. Now, never mind. They won't be needing it anymore. Hold up. They're half bodies, right? That's what I said? Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I got rid of the sus. Shit. I was gonna play the Among Us, but I can't. Anyways, he goes, my friends won't be needing those beds anymore. Well, get some rest. I might have one or two small requests for Reginald if I'm going to send you in. So I'll be talking to him about that. Is there anything you need me to speak to Reginald about while you're resting?
Maybe some sort of healing supplies for our venture in there.
I was going to talk to him about that anyways. I'll bring you some food in a few hours.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Let me go ahead and start. And you see a few dwarves and elves starting to approach, and he starts to run towards them. Feel free to leave whenever you want. I'll let them know what happened here. And he starts to run to them. If you guys would like to roleplay or whatnot here. Actually, before we start to roleplay, let's go ahead and take a 10-15 minute break.
Yes, please.
All right.
Okay, I
Stop
am
the
going to
stopping the
go
recording.